Archangel Michael says, "Stay with me, don't let your eyes wander, because this is the exact second where your faith is being watered." And when faith meets this divine declaration, miracles cannot help but manifest. The atmosphere you have stepped into right now is not ordinary. It is charged, it is alive, it is pulsing with a testimony that will pierce your heart and build your hope. You are not scrolling this by chance. Heaven is literally aligning this moment for you. Every syllable you're about to hear carries a vibration of change, of cleansing, of divine awakening. This is not another story, this is a mirror for your soul. As you listen, feel how the room grows still around you, as though even time pauses to watch what will unfold. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a vast cathedral of light where pillars of gold stretch into an endless sky. Archangel Michael stands there with wings unfurled like a living sunrise, his eyes fixed on you with a love that is fierce yet tender. He says your name softly, then louder, as though summoning the deepest part of you. "Beloved soul," he whispers, "there is something you must hear. It is not a tale of fear, but a testimony of awakening. This is the testimony you are about to receive. It is a story of someone who stood at the edge of destiny, someone who carried a secret mistake so heavy it bent their life, and yet grace reached them, lifted them, restored them. This story carries codes, warnings, and blessings, and as you listen, you will recognize yourself between the lines. I see a woman, her hands trembling as she holds a folded letter she never sent. Her heart was once pure, but in a moment of desperation she made a choice that shifted her path. She believed no one saw, no one knew, but heaven recorded it, not to condemn, but to redeem. That letter she holds contains words that could heal or destroy. She sits by a window where rain streaks like silver tears, whispering, "If only I had listened sooner." This is not just her story, it is a blueprint for anyone standing in that same hidden place. Her mistake is a map. Her restoration is a prophecy. Archangel Michael leans closer, his voice steady but electric. "Beloved, you will hear this testimony and you will feel the pulse of its truth. It will send shivers not because of fear, but because of recognition. It will stir what you thought was forgotten. Do not scroll. Stay until the end. Every second is a seed being planted in your heart. Do not miss the moment your spirit catches fire." His wings close gently around you like a shelter, like a teacher drawing you into a sacred circle. The woman begins to speak. Her voice is soft, cracked like old parchment, yet full of a strange light. She tells of a time when she exchanged her authenticity for approval, when she silenced her own intuition to please another. She tells of how the smallest compromise can open the largest door to emptiness. "I thought it was just a small decision," she says, "but it began to echo across my future. It cost me friendships, opportunities, peace. And yet," she smiles through tears, because she discovered a love that did not recoil from her mistake. She discovered a presence, the same presence surrounding you right now, that whispered, "Return, and I will restore. Stay with me." This is more than a story. This is a visitation disguised as narration. As you lean in, notice how your own memories rise to the surface. Times you said yes when you should have said no. Times you gave away pieces of yourself thinking it was the price for belonging. Archangel Michael is not here to shame you, he is here to lift the weight. He is here to reveal the pattern so you never walk that circle again. The testimony you are hearing is a mirror and a door. Even as you read this, something inside you is shifting. A knot is loosening. A sense of clarity begins to bloom like dawn through a fog. That is no accident. This is how heaven works, it sends a story when your soul needs a sign. It uses someone else's words to break open your own. It calls you by name through a stranger's lips. That is what is happening now. This is why you cannot scroll. This is why you must let every word sink into you like rain into dry ground. Archangel Michael lifts the woman's letter and places it on an altar of light. The words dissolve into radiant dust. This is what redemption looks like, he says. Nothing wasted. Nothing lost. Even your errors become incense when you return them to love. He turns to you. Beloved soul, learn from her testimony. Do not repeat the mistake. But more than that, let the grace that found her find you. Let the same restoration unfold in your life. His eyes blaze with compassion. Stay with me. We are not finished yet. There is more to unveil. He begins to show you glimpses, visions of doors closing behind you and new doors opening ahead. You see yourself walking lighter, freer, no longer tied to the old patterns. You see relationships shifting, opportunities reappearing, dreams reigniting. You see the ripple of your choices creating new streams of blessing. This is the power of a testimony. It does not just inform you, it transforms you. And now, as the first part of this message comes to a close, let this truth settle in you: you are not late. You are not beyond hope. You are standing at the threshold of a new chapter, and this testimony is the key in your hand. Stay tuned. Do not move. Do not scroll. Listen closely, the air around you has shifted. It is not the same as when you began. That's because with every word spoken in part 1, something in the unseen realm already began to move. And now, as you step into part 2, the veil is thinner, the voice is louder, the presence is nearer. You are not just watching a video, you are sitting in a divine conversation prepared for you since the foundation of time. The testimony continues. The woman's face glows now as though a fire within her has been reignited. She says, I thought my mistake disqualified me, but instead it became the doorway to discover mercy. I thought my silence kept me safe, but instead it kept me bound. The day I confessed, the day I let go of the lie, that was the day freedom came rushing in like a flood. Archangel Michael lifts his sword, not in anger, but in triumph. The sword blazes like liquid lightning, cutting through the heaviness in the room. His voice rings, "Beloved, do you hear it? Do you feel it?" Every time a truth is confessed, every time a heart opens, shackles fall and destinies are rewritten. And suddenly you realize, this is not just about her. This is about you. This is about the secrets you keep, the weight you carry, the moments you buried deep thinking no one could see. Stay with me. Don't let your eyes wander. Because this exact second is when you must make a choice. Will you hold it in, or will you release it? Will you stay silent, or will you declare, "I am ready, I receive this"? The comments section is not just a box of words. In this moment, it becomes an altar. When you type your agreement boldly, you are planting a flag in the spirit. Write it, "I am ready, I receive this." Not for me, not for others, but as a declaration in the atmosphere that you refuse to miss your miracle. And more than that, share this testimony. Because someone you know is carrying the same mistake, the same silence, the same burden. Your share might be the chain breaker for their soul. Don't keep this locked to yourself. Heaven gave it to you so it can travel through you. And yes, subscribe. Not because of numbers, but because this is just the opening chapter of a story heaven will keep unfolding into your life. You cannot afford to miss the next wave. The woman's testimony deepens. She recalls how nights once felt endless, how she lay awake tormented by what-ifs. But when she opened her heart, she says, the nights became shorter. The shadows became lighter. And suddenly, I realized, I was never alone. Even in my darkest compromise, the angels stood watch. Even in my deepest silence, God's whisper never ceased. Archangel Michael interrupts her with a roar of triumph. Do you hear this? Beloved, do you understand what it means? Your mistake is not your identity. Your silence is not your sentence. Heaven was watching, waiting, aching for the moment you would open. His eyes blaze like sapphire fire. And that moment is now. Do not waste it. Do not scroll away. Every second you stay is another lock breaking, another gate opening. The scene shifts. You see visions of keys raining from the sky. Each key glimmers with names: peace, joy, clarity, restoration, abundance. One of those keys is yours. Archangel Michael extends his hand, take it. But know this, it is not enough to hear. You must respond. Write. Speak. Share. Subscribe. These are not just actions, they are alignments. They are ways of saying, I am part of this testimony. I will not repeat the mistake. I will not stay bound. The woman weeps, not from regret but from relief. I wasted years thinking my story was over. But now I know, the story had just begun. She looks directly at you, and though she is but a vision, her eyes pierce like truth itself. Don't ever make my mistake. Don't hide. Don't delay. Don't silence the voice that calls you higher. Please, don't. Her words echo like thunder rolling through your chest. You feel the chill, the shivers, not of fear but of recognition. And you realize, this testimony was never meant to entertain you. It was meant to awaken you. To call you into alignment. To shift the atmosphere of your life forever. Stay here. We are not done. In part 3, the veil will rip open even wider. More will be exposed, more will be revealed, and the testimony will take you into depths you did not expect. Don't miss it. Do not scroll. Stay until the end. Stay with me, because right now the ground beneath you is not the same. You have crossed into a deeper layer, and here the air feels weightier, as though eternity itself is leaning close to listen. The testimony is no longer just words, it is becoming a mirror where your own soul begins to appear. The woman, who once trembled in regret, now stands taller. She places her hand upon her chest and says, "The greatest mistake was not what I did, it was what I believed afterward. I believed I was unworthy. I believed I was forgotten. I believed the silence meant God had walked away." She pauses, tears streaming, yet her voice grows stronger. But I was wrong. Completely wrong. Even when I could not see him, he was carrying me. Even when I could not hear him, he was fighting for me. My shame was loud, but his love was louder. Archangel Michael steps forward, his armor gleaming with living light. He raises his hand, and suddenly you see chains falling around her feet, chains that had been invisible until they broke. "Beloved soul," he declares, "you have chains too, though you may not see them. They are the lies you believe. They are the voices that tell you your past defines you, your mistake marks you, your silence limits you. But hear me now, every chain can break in an instant. Every lie can be silenced by one truth. And the truth is this: you are not disqualified. You are chosen." The words strike like lightning. You feel them not only in your mind but deep in your chest. The woman nods, confirming what you now sense: this story was always bigger than her. It was heaven's way of reaching you. She continues, "I used to wake up every morning dreading the day, rehearsing my failures, convinced that joy was for others and not for me. But then I encountered mercy. and mercy rewrote everything. Mercy is not soft pity, it is fierce love. Mercy is a sword that cuts the cords of guilt. Mercy is a fire that consumes shame until nothing is left but freedom. Her testimony flows like a river, and you are standing in its current. And here's the mystery: as you listen, your own hidden burdens begin to dissolve. Those memories you thought would always sting, they lose their poison. Those regrets you thought would always chase you, they begin to lose their grip. Michael leans close again, his voice dropping to a whisper that still thunders inside your spirit. Do you feel it? That lightness? That shift? This is what happens when heaven testifies. The story is not just hers, it is yours. And the same grace that rewrote her ending is right now rewriting yours. A vision unfolds before you. You see a scroll unfurling in golden fire. At the top, your name is written. Beneath it are chapters, some painful, some hidden, some shameful. But as the scroll continues, the ink begins to change. The old lines fade, and new ones appear, glowing with words like restoration, destiny, victory, love. This is not fantasy, this is heaven's record. This is your future. The woman smiles now, her tears glistening like diamonds. If you hear anything, she says, hear this: don't ever make the mistake of believing your story is over. Don't ever make the mistake of thinking you are too far gone. The same love that found me is reaching for you right now. Let it. Her words echo in your chest. You can almost hear your own heartbeat aligning with the rhythm of her testimony. This is why you were drawn here. This is why you could not scroll away. Heaven knew the exact second you would need this, and it orchestrated everything to bring you here. And as part 3 comes to a close, Archangel Michael stretches his wings wide, covering you in light. Stay with me, he says. This is only the beginning. Part 4 will uncover the turning point, the exact moment where the mistake became the miracle. Do not miss it. Stay, because what is coming will shake you awake in ways you cannot imagine. Stay here, because what you are about to hear is the very moment where everything shifted. Until now you have seen the weight of regret, the voice of confession, the breaking of chains. But in this part, you will witness the transformation, the exact second where mistake became miracle. The woman closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. It happened on a night when I had nothing left, she says, her voice trembling yet steady. I had cried every tear, I had lost every friend, I had believed every lie. I whispered into the dark, God, if you are still there, give me a sign. And in that moment, the atmosphere changed. She describes how the silence in the room broke open. A warmth surrounded her, not from any candle, not from any fire, but from within. And then she heard it, a whisper so soft yet undeniable, "My child, you are still mine. Your story is not finished." She fell to the ground, weeping not out of shame, but out of release. It was the moment she realized that the very place of her mistake had become the very altar of her miracle. Archangel Michael's eyes burn as he watches her recall it. He says to you, "Do you see? The place of breaking can become the place of birthing. The place of regret can become the place of renewal. The same will happen for you if you will only stay and believe." And right now, beloved soul, you are standing in that same atmosphere. The reason this story found you today is because heaven has prepared the same turning point for you. You are not just a listener, you are a participant. And how you respond in this moment matters. That's why you cannot stay silent. Speak it boldly, "My story is not finished." Type it in the comments now, not as routine but as prophecy over your own life. When you do, you are joining the same current that carried her from mistake to miracle. And do not keep this to yourself. Someone you know is in the same dark night, whispering the same desperate prayer. Share this video, and it may reach them at the exact second heaven intends. Imagine being the bridge for someone else's miracle. This is your chance. And yes, subscribe, because this is not the end of your unfolding. Each testimony that flows through here carries another key, another opening, another layer of breakthrough. Subscribing is not just following a channel, it is saying, "I will not miss what heaven wants to release into my life." The woman lifts her head, her face radiant as though the fire within her has consumed every shadow. That night, she says, "I realized I was never abandoned. My mistake was real, but His mercy was greater." And from that night, everything began to change. You see her future like a fast-moving vision, doors opening, relationships healed, abundance flowing, peace returning. It's not that the past never happened, it's that the past no longer defined her. She became living proof that what breaks you can also bless you. Michael spreads his wings wide across the vision, declaring, "Beloved, your miracle is waiting in the very place you thought was your ruin. Do not fear it. Step into it." Because just as her testimony became light, yours will too. And now, as part 4 draws to its close, you feel the pull, not just to hear, but to respond, to declare, to align. This is not the end. In part 5, even deeper secrets will be revealed, the hidden reason why this testimony reached you today, and the divine mystery it carries for your own life. Stay. Do not scroll. The next part will not only shiver your spine, it will ignite your destiny. Stay with me, for this is the moment where mystery turns into revelation. Until now you have seen how a mistake can break, how confession can heal, how mercy can restore. But the real question burning inside you is this: why did this story find me? Out of millions, why am I the one hearing it now? The answer is not random. It is divine timing. Archangel Michael steps closer, his wings casting a glow like dawn breaking after the longest night. His voice rolls like thunder wrapped in gentleness. Beloved soul, understand this: testimonies do not travel without assignment. This testimony was carried across realms, across screens, across time itself, until it landed in front of you in this very second. Because you, too, are standing at a threshold. You, too, are carrying a weight you cannot voice. You, too, are asking questions in the dark that only heaven can answer. And this is heaven's answer. The woman in the vision places her hand on her heart. She looks directly at you, as though her eyes could pierce through every wall you've built. I am speaking so you can be spared. I am speaking so you don't repeat my silence. My mistake does not need to become your burden. My testimony is heaven's warning and heaven's gift to you.